Well, if you're on the hunt for home decor, fashion, collectible pieces, all of the above, the Rose City Vintage Market back today and tomorrow.
Cora Harlan joins us live from the Portland Expo Center with a preview of what you can find at the event. And Cora, you always find some cool stuff when you go to those events.
You know what? You go to these things and you don't really come here with expectations sometimes, but then you see something and you got to have it. It's one of those shows, the Rose City Vintage Market and Collectibles Show. 10 o'clock to 1 o'clock today is the early bird special. Then 1 o'clock to 5 o'clock, general public gets in here to the Expo Center at Hall D. Hall D we're in. And then 10 to 5 tomorrow here at the Expo Center. So it'd be a great weekend to be in a collectibles and market and vintage and collectibles show here. We are at the Historic Art and Services booth here. This is Sean to my left here, who dabbles in art and stories behind art, which is what I think most people kind of like about art, is a story behind them, if they have one, right?
Exactly. We always find people that are the most interesting, have been around for a while. That's why I like old art.
Let me take you over here, and I want you to explain this. And ma'am, once I turn him on, he could tell you a story about a lot of these pieces. Now, come over here a second, Bradley. Check this out. All right, that's a simple. I'll just get over here. That's a simple little painting of a house there, but the story behind that is really cool. Tell me about it.
Well, this woman named Betty Chilstrom would drive around Portland, and her husband built an easel that she put in her steering wheel. And so she would drive around and park out in front of old houses and buildings and just paint for a few hours and then drive off.
And paint people's houses just from the front seat of her car.
There's actually a book about these old houses and buildings around Portland that came out a few years ago. And so this house is still there in Southeast Portland.
626 Southeast 16th. Yep. That's the house, right?
You can go look at it.
That's cool. That's cool. All sorts of art. That's Portland art. You got a little California art here.
Yep.
Tell me about the varieties of things that are here for people who are looking to decorate their house a little bit.
Well, a lot of people in here in Portland like mid-century. So this is kind of mid-century California. The one to the right here is an abstract. This is by a famous Portland artist who was painting in the 50s and 60s. His name is Louis Bunce.
Really cool.
And then it just kind of continues around. This is down here by George Braque. He, along with Picasso, invented Cubism. So that's a sign lithograph from like the 60s.
Oh, this is my favorite up here. I don't know why I love old pictures of people smoking cigarettes, but I just do love that. 1902, and that looks some beautiful, I used to have a neighbor that drew over to the right, Bradley, here. I used to have a neighbor that could draw that stuff freehand, and it is really beautiful.
Yeah, and that was another artist that was taking classes at the museum school here at Portland in the 1950s.
That's really cool. So art, you got new art. He also does restorative art here too. Well, and over here, watch your step. Watch your step. Right back there, tell me a little bit about before and after restoration and framing, because this is a service you offer there in Aurora too, right?
Yeah, so people bring in their paintings, they're nice and dirty, and so I clean them up, and if they need a frame, we can frame them up as well.
New frame here, yeah.
Well, it's actually 1890s frame, but
new 1890. It looks brand new. Anyway, this is cool. This is a great sampling of what you can come on out here, and Sean, like I say, Sean will talk your ear off about the paintings and some of the photos. Come here a second. So this is little Corman right there. Pull that out. We found something, Travis and Ken, that every Harlan appears to like. You got to get that. Come on. That's you. He's choking under the pressure. Look at that. We found this out here, too. So it's all out here, from paintings to get yourself a little blade there. What, are you going to clean some fish with that or something?
Yeah.
Clean some fish with that. Anyway, show starts this morning. Early bird special, 10 o'clock to 1 o'clock this morning in Hall D here in the Expo Center. 1 to 5 this afternoon. It's a great afternoon to spend some time browsing around history. Don't anybody buy that big neon pack of Marlboros up at the end of the aisle with the cigarettes sticking out. It's about 3 or 4 feet tall, because that's not going in my man room. That is going in my living room. And that, what better way to decorate your house than a big pack of Marlboros, right?
Oh my gosh. Well, let's see. I want to see how that plays out. I'll need to follow up on the Marlboro side.
Yeah, we also want to follow up on the kid with the knife and the fish cleaning, too.
Yeah.
Never
Well,
too
important
early
updates
to
in an
harass
hour.
the youth.
Was that little core? Was that little core? I think that was little core.
Was it?
Maybe.
The
Was
knife.
His son?
Was that his son?
May
I
have
didn't
been.
even catch it if it was.
Oh, you should have
Yeah.
introduced him as
Yeah.
little Cora. I mean, we weren't quite sure.
Yeah, the way he was.
That's
making
Maybe it
funny.
fun of
wasn't his
himself.
son. We don't know.
Oh man.
Just some kid he picked up on the street.
Well,
Yeah.
it's